Thanks, everyone. So today we'll be talking about communication, confident communication, and via your chats also, I think we are communicating only, written communication. So keep writing. I'm observing everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yeah, so without any further delay, let's start with the webinar. Participants are joining and they'll keep joining. Let's start with that. So greetings again to everyone. I'm Dr. Akshita, Assistant Professor, English Language and Literature at Amity University Online. I welcome you all to this webinar on emerging skills for confident communication. As you can see the slide itself that communication is very, very important. And especially when it comes to confident communication, it is really very important. So what can be the skills for the confident communication? That is our question for today's webinar, and that will be the topic for the discussion. So without any further delay, I'll take you to the next slide, which again talks about the emerging skills for the confident communication. Yeah, as you can see the picture itself here that waiting at the, just give me a second. Yeah. Emerging skills for confident communication. As you can see the title itself here, and the two people are sitting and they are having communication together. So, there can be different modes of communication. There can be, see, for communication, we always need two people to come together so that the communication can take place. But without that too, if you have any imaginary friend, you can have the communication. You can have an imaginary friend with your own self, and with that also you can communicate for sure. So these are the skills which are required for communication. With this, I'll take you to the next slide with me, where you can see the communication, that what is a most important thing for the communication. The most important thing is confidence. As you can see the confidence here, that confidence is the one element with which, in which you feel that you need to believe in yourself. And for believing in yourself, you need to have confidence. So I think it goes parallel, the confidence and the belief in yourself. It means that when you are making any mistake, and you are viewing your mistakes, you can always have two options. One is I can, and the second is I cannot. So believing in yourself, and facing all the challenges, all the hurdles which is coming in your way, that is what the confidence is all about. And for this confidence, as as an observer, I have been observing that the people in today's generation, in this Gen Z generation, where they are connected everywhere on every portal, you can see that they lack confidence. They do not have that much of confidence, very weak. They can talk to people, and they can I would say they are shy. They have a different kind of their own fears, as the fear of rejection. But let me tell you one thing, it is, everything is in our head. Nobody is rejecting you, and nobody has the power to reject you. It is the you, and you only, who can judge yourself in a more better manner. And I do feel as an observer, as a professor, when students come to me and they're like, ma'am, we are lacking confidence. When we go out in public, we do not know how to talk, and we feel shy when people come up with their own observations, that I'm not speaking right, and I'm not looking well, and I am not able to make the eye contact. But why these things are happening? Because you are lacking confidence in your own self. That is why these things are happening. Never allow yourself to judge, because when the judgment comes into the picture, we are supposed to lack the confidence for sure. For that, you need to believe in yourself. I hope you all will agree with me that believing in oneself is the most important key for the communication. And why I have added this word communication, because at the title itself is emerging skills for confident communication. You need to understand, because what I'm doing is I'm bifurcating the title itself, and I'm picking up the words from the title only, where you can see, okay, the confidence is there, communication is there, and emerging skills are there. I will definitely come down on the point where the skills will also come into the picture, that what are the different characteristics or the ways which are important for the confident communication, and how the confidence is playing a very important role when we are communicating. With this, I will take you to the next slide. You can see this very cute little poster where the definition of the confidence is written, not definition exactly, but the substance of confidence is written here, that yes, this is what the confidence is. You always have two choices. I'm reminded of one poem which is written by Robert Frost, where there is a line, that road not taken, that there are always two roads in our career, and it is up to us which road we are supposed to go and where we are heading towards. So there is always I can, I cannot. Remove that I cannot from your bucket list, and always keep I can, and nothing is impossible. So you are unshakable. You are the one who is irresistible, and nobody can stop you. Trust me, have faith in yourself. With this, let me take you to the next slide. And the next slide, as you can see here, the 7 C's of communication. When we talk about communication, there are a variety of points which comes into the picture. One is clear, second is concise, another is concrete, correct, considers the speaker, complete, and the courtesy, with which comes the courteous. So these are the 7 C's of the communication, which is really very important when you are communicating. First, very important is clear. You need to have clarity of your thought, that how you are going to present yourself in front of the crowd, in front of the public. You need to have clarity of thought in your own mind. If your mind is in dilemma, if your mind is in confusing state, you cannot think of anything else. So first of all, the clarity is really very important. The second very important is concise. You need to be very apt. You need to be very concise in your thought, that, okay, I am going to present a very apt thought which is there in my mind. Because if you will have a very lengthy way of speaking or presenting your statement, you will not be able to present the concrete explanation. So with the concise comes the concrete. That concreteness is very important. It will make your communication very concise, and when the communication will be concise, it will definitely give a very clear thought process or very clear ideology. Next comes is correct. Correct is another, it goes parallel, I would say, when you have concrete thought process, when you have a very apt ideas, your ideas will definitely lead you towards the correctness, where you can be very clear, very concise, very concrete. And by clearing all the C's, all the above mentioned C's, clear, concise, concrete, and correct, we will come down to the consider the speaker. Now, why this point is important? Consider the speaker. Because, for example, right now I am in the state of a speaker. I'm speaking in front of you all, and you all are listening to me patiently, thankfully, and fortunately. I'm very thankful for that. So you need to understand the state of the speaker as well, where the speaker is speaking, in which context the speaker is speaking. For example, this is an academic platform where I have to be very professional. I cannot be very casual in my talk, and cannot use layman words. Rather, I have to be very professional, and I have to behave in a professional manner when I'm connecting with all my receivers, with all my learners, with all my students. So that state is very important, that position is very important, that where you are speaking. There are many other platforms. For example, recently I was yesterday only I was going through the newspaper, and there I saw the platforms like YouTube, where you have Fen Fest, and when you have where you have Literature Fest, and so many other fest where your language and your delivery can be, a bit casual as well. But when you are talking to your academic students or partners, or in that academic scenario, you need to be very presentable, you need to look very presentable, you need to behave in a certain manner. So as a speaker need to consider all these points, and then only the speaker should present herself or himself in front of the crowd. Then comes complete. Now, see, correct, complete, these are certain words with the which I cannot come up with a particular definition, because they are the ones which are as a summarized form, they will provide the essence there. So clear, concise, concrete, correct, when all these elements will come into the picture, it will all anyways provide the complete and the holistic point of view to all the learners there. The very important and very close to my heart one C is courteous. See, I think because of the advent of technology, because of too much of modernization, we all have become robots, right? We all are running out of emotions. The humanity is gone somewhere, I feel so. When I connect with the 21st century Gen Z generation, they are like, oh, everything is chill pill, and the way they talk with the elders, the way they talk with their juniors or their fellow mates, they do not have the courtesy, the meaning. Courteous is very important when you are being humble with others. That humbleness will definitely give you a lot of ways in future to explore your own self. So you need to be very humble, very courteous, and very, with a lot of courtesy, you need to handle everyone. So all these C's are concisely coming into the picture to provide you a very confident communication. I hope you all must have understood about all the 7 C's of communication, and you will try to imbibe all the C's when you will start with your communication. Next, we have 13 ways to communicate. Now, what are the ways? See, there cannot be any specific way. These are the ways with which I have come up with because of my personal observation, right? But if I say about a particular way, I think it's very subjective. You cannot be just fixed with one way, that this is my way and this is a perfect way to communicate with others and to communicate with everyone. So you can see in the picture, as in there are 4 to 5 people sitting, and one is talking on phone, one is shaking the hand, one is another doing parallel things, as in talking on phone and also giving high five and shaking the hand. So how such kind of communication is taking place, how we are communicating with others. So there are 13 ways, 13, these are universally accepted ways. And also I've added certain, for example, maintain my eye contact. It is, I would say, I personally do this, because if you are, if you're not able to look into eye of that person, it seems as if you're shy, you are nervous, you are running out of content. For ignoring all these things, for escaping from all these things, you need to look into the eye of that person, the way I'm looking right now, without any hesitation, without any fear of judgment, without any fear of rejection, because nobody is as powerful as you are for your own self. I feel whenever I talk about communication or confident, I become more like a public speaker and motivational speaker, where I come and use the platform to motivate everyone that no, you can behave in this way, that way, in certain way, where you can communicate, where you can come up with your own specific way of communicating people and all these things. So yeah, these things are there. Just have a quick view on these all the 13 points. All the 13 points are there. I'm giving you 2 to 3 not seconds, but yeah, 5 to 7 seconds to go through all these 13 points, and then I will pick one by one and I'll explain everything. Meanwhile, let me take the queries if you have. So the queries are yeah. Yeah, one learner has written that these 7 C's in communication is also good when it comes to writing mail. Yes, indeed, it comes. If it doesn't matter, be it a written communication or a oral communication, all the 7 C's and all the 13 ways, they will definitely come and play a very important role when you will communicate with everyone. Okay. Yeah, hope you all have gone through what exactly is written here, all the 13 ways to communicate, that how to communicate with people, and how to stay confident when you are talking, when you are communicating with people. So without any further delay, I hope you all must have gone through. Let me pick one point one by one, and then we will go on with the explanation of the others. Point number one, communicate very clearly. See, when we were discussing about the 7 C's at that time also, I clearly mentioned that the clarity is very important. You need to have a very clear mindset that this is how I am going to communicate. And this is really very important, to have a clarity of thought when you are communicating with anyone, whatsoever the person is or whosoever the person is. Doesn't matter the person. For example, I am from India, you all are from Africa. We all do have the language barrier because we are like Hindi native speakers, and your language might be different. It can be English. In the last talk, all the learners, they were emphasizing that the English is our language. So it can be English, it can be any other, origin can be any other language. Doesn't matter what language is, but every language needs clarity, and there has to be a clear communication in every mode of communication. You need to give a very clear thought to your own mind that yes, I'm having clarity of thought, and yeah, this is how we will communicate. So this is the point number one, where you have the complete communication. Yeah, I can see that you all are from Guyana, and it is situated in South America. Yes, I do understand uh, the students from different like across the countries, they must have joined the sessions, and we are connecting here. That's a beauty of online education, that we are able to connect from one to another. Without any further explanation, let's go with the point number two, that is the usage of specific language, or the use of specific language. See, when it comes to one specificity of language, I would say language is just a medium, just a mode which we use to communicate. There are people who are not able to speak, and they do use non-verbal communication, like the gestures are coming into the picture, or maybe eye contact is coming into the picture, or the way they are nodding, the way they are saying yes, no. So all these are the part of non-verbal communication, and communication is not specifically related to verbal only. People who are losing their words, or falling short of words, they also communicate. So I think that's where the language comes into the picture. That language is actually providing a basic emotion, a medium, or a way with which we are communicating our emotion. It is providing the words to our emotions. Every human being, a common human being, is flooded with a lot of emotions, but how we are providing that emotion to that person, that is the most important things, and that comes into the picture. Next is provoke questioning. Now, what is provoke questioning? How we use provoke questioning? I'm also seeing your chat in the chat box. You can also write if you have something to share, that ma'am, I know that what is provoke questioning, what is a user specific language. I think this is how we will make the session more interactive, and like on one, because I never believed in one way lecturing, because I feel that you all are enough capable to connect with me, to contribute your thought, your essence, and to contribute your cognitive and epistemic knowledge, where I can also feel learned, I can also feel filled after this webinar, that yes, it was a one-on-one session where everyone was communicating, and we all were communicating in the form of chat. And I'm also observing your questions and answers, so you can keep writing that. We do appreciate at Amity University Online, we do appreciate that when the students or the learners, they are participating. Yes, there is a learner who is asking that what is a specific language. See, specific language is when you are not in a dilemma of thought. See, when your thought process is clear, the language will automatically will become specific. For example, what is specificity? As in, when you become right now I am communicating with you all in the form of webinar. It cannot be conference, it is just a webinar. It cannot be lecture because it is a webinar. So the usage of that specific word for the specific situation is what is specific language. That you need to be very apt, very clear with the choice of your words, that what kind of words you are using, and what kind of words are coming into the picture. So that is, I would say, is really very important. Okay. Yeah. So next one here is provoke questioning. Now, what is provoke questioning? For example, you are, as in you went to join a fest or maybe any talk somewhere. Now, always observe that after a speaker is done speaking, the hall is open for questions. The house is open for questions. Now, among all the participants, they will just focus on you, how you are communicating, how you are talking, how you are asking questions, because question is what, on the basis of which we do judge a person. As I have said earlier also, that I do not believe in judging and judgment and passing judgment, but there are people, and we cannot we cannot come out of this tendency where this judgment will stop, as in it will be there for sure every moment, I would say. And so that provoke questioning is very important, that how or what kind of questions you are asking, that is your questions flooded or filled with a lot of knowledge, a lot of epistemic knowledge, and a lot of information. So that is the most important thing on which you need to focus, and you need to put stress upon that, okay, that these are the questions which are very important, and this is how I can ask questions, because your questions will also bring you in the limelight, that among all the listeners, you are the one who have that much of confidence that you can speak without any fear that what if I'll ask something wrong, I'll ask something kiddish. Because see, the level of mind and the mindfulness cannot be same in everyone, right? For example, my level can be different, utterly different from the level of questions you are asking. As a professor, I might have a bit of standard when it comes to, the level, but I am also a learner. I am also fresher in this field. There are other learners or there are other professors who are definitely enriched with knowledge. So their level of asking questions will be definitely different from mine. So never feel shy, because doesn't matter, your question might trigger anyone. So you need to understand the skills to provoke the question, how you are provoking or coming up with your question. With this, we will come or touch the point number 4, that is the use of emotional intelligence. Now, what is emotional intelligence? You all must have heard about AI, artificial intelligence. But why emotional intelligence? Because communication is a mode with which emotions are being converted in the form of words. Communication is the one which provides words to our emotions. So there comes the emotional intelligence, where you are emotionally intelligent, and when you are talking to anyone or any person, the person is equally able to understand your emotion, the way you are communicating, and all these things. So this is what comes into the picture when we talk about the use of emotional intelligence. Now, the fifth one is respond to conflict. See, why conflict is very important. See, being a literature student, let me take the questions. There are some learners who have written immensely really well. One has written, provoke questioning puts you into the thinking process and the reason behind the question. Yes, it does. It definitely triggers your, thinking process. And if you will keep doing this practice, it will definitely refine the way you are asking questions. Definitely. Another one is, it is the questions design encouragement deep thought for a specific topic. Yes, there are questions which definitely provides you that enlightening sense that yes, this is the question I have been waiting since years, that yes, this is a question which is doing justice with my talk or my work. Definitely, to gain input or information from a person, and also the ability to identify and regulate one's emotion. That is what the emotional intelligence, where we are able to connect with the people on the emotional level, that yes, these questions are there and we are able to understand the emotions, and we are able to connect with you all on this way and at this platform. Yeah. Next one is respond to conflict. So see, as a literature professor, I've always observed that when we talk about the drama, I've always observed that drama comes into the picture with the conflict only. When there is a conflict, definitely it will give you a plot as well. See, when there is a conflict, the characters will come into the picture. The characters will try to use that conflict to narrate the whole story, or to provide the edge to that plot. So this is how that respond to conflict is also very important. There has to be your proper or apt response when you are bringing any conflict into the picture, because when there is a conflict, there comes, I would say, another thought, a very enriching thought, which will differ you from the rest of the crowd. Next is show some assertiveness. Now, I would like to ask you all that what do you understand by this point? So show some assertiveness. What is assertiveness? What is being assertive? I'm seeing your chat. You all can write your chat in the chat box. I'm observing everyone's chat. What is assertiveness? What do you understand by assertiveness? Being assertive. What is being assertive? There is one learner who has written that I am very extrovert. I make friends easily. However, I find it difficult to maintain the eye contact when in a conversation. Why is that? I would like to give the answer. See, as a personality, I am ambivert, I would say. I'm not very extrovert, I'm not very introvert. But when you are sitting in a circle of a lot of people, in that circle, there are some elements where you will see, social elements are everywhere. There are some people who are more extrovert, and they always try to control your thought process. They always try to make you feel guilty. No, 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 you are wrong. No, 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 you are right, but when such kind of judgment and a pressurized judgment comes into the picture, we do feel that there is a pressure. Because of that pressure, we are not able to make the eye contact in the conversation. That is the problem. I hope you are able to understand now that why you are not able to make the eye contact. And I also have the solution for that. The solution is very simple, that keep making friends, keep keeping yourself very extrovert with the people, because you are extrovert. And one mantra do apply in your life, that ignore what people are saying. You do not do anything, you do everything, they will keep on judging. This judgment will never stop. It will always be there. They will keep on judging and judging and judging. At how many levels you will prove yourself that no, I'm not wrong, no, I'm right. You don't need to do that. They are your friends, and if they are good friends of yours, they will never judge you. I know that from my own experience, that if you have a circle of good friends, they will never judge you. They will definitely try to correct you, but they will never make you feel as if, with which you will not be able to make the eye contact. So that is really important here. Yeah. So there is one learner who has written, to be assertive is to align your behavior with your words. Very correct, very important. When you are being assertive as in, right now I am sitting in front of you all. I am delivering this talk on emerging skills for confident communication, because I am being assertive. I know what is going on in my mind. I know what is there in the PPT and the presentation, and I know the kind of crowd I have and the kind of learners I have. So I know how to align my behavior with the form of words. As I previously also said, that you need to understand that where you are talking, the position is very important. The space and the scene is also very important. How you are communicating, and with whom you are communicating. So these things comes into the picture, and they are really very, very important. So you need to understand, you need to be very assertive with your thoughts, that I know that how to align my thoughts with my, in the form of my words, how to align the thought in the thread of words, to provide the apt words to that situation, to the emotion which is going on in your mind. So that is called as assertiveness. We have come down to point number 7. Point number 7 is show some empathy. Now, what is empathy? There is a slight difference between empathy and sympathy. I still remember a professor of mine once asked this question, that what is, Akshita, what is empathy? So that time I was quite not able to understand his question. I was not able to give the answer. But when I came back, I had always had this inquisitiveness and habit to, that yes, I want to know, I want to explore that what is the difference between empathy and what is the difference between sympathy. So sympathy is basically when you are being sympathetic towards one person, but empathy is the one when you are putting yourself in the shoes of others. For example, there is a very critical situation with which your friend might be suffering or friend might be going through. How you are putting yourself in that situation? Are you able to feel his pain? Are you able to put yourself in his or her shoes? That is called as empathy. And I think this generation needs empathy for sure. You need to be very empathetic towards person, that yes, I have empathy, I am that empathetic, that I can give my heart and soul to that person. So that is where the empathy comes into the picture. Point number 8 is practice self-awareness. Very important point again. Because of this globalized world, I think we have forgotten the value of being aware. I have subscribed this article channel where every day they post one article and it comes into my mailbox. Every morning I see that, and most of the articles, they are on the basis of awareness. How aware you are. Are you aware of the practices which are there in, in the curriculum? You need to be very aware of your own self-worth. You need to understand that who you are. You need to be aware of your own identity, that yes, this kind of person I am, and I'm not shy of that. See, we are human beings. We are supposed to make mistakes. We are not robots. We are not AI. We have EI, emotional intelligence, instead of artificial intelligence. If we all will become artificial, then the world will also become artificial. So stop yourself becoming artificial. Rather, try to stay always on the side of emotional intelligence. Yes, I understand that practicality is very important, but in this rational world, do not forget who you are. Always be aware of your own situation, that who you are, what kind of person you are. That is really very, very important. Next one is maintain a positive attitude. When you will be aware of your own situation, you will definitely be in a state to maintain a positive attitude, because that positivity is the one which will bring you into the picture, yes, I am positive and I'm not scared of anything, right? There are like a bit of distraction. There are some learners, they have written that you are teaching really well and your delivery of the classes are really good. Thank you so much for this compliment. And yeah, hope to see you soon for the next lectures, for the upcoming lectures. I'll see if I'll have what my supervisors are doing. If they'll allot me with your classes, I will definitely take. Even if you have any questions, you can always ask me. You can write in the form of feedback that yes, we want you only. So yeah, I'll be there. So but thank you so much for saying that, and thank you so much. And I am always here, just just a mail away, or just screen away, to listen to you all and to see that how positive, how aware you all are. I hope you, after the end of the session or towards the end of the session, you all will become aware of your own self, that yes, this is how I am and this is who I am. So if you'll become aware of these things, I would say everything will fall into the picture and everything will come into the picture. So you don't need to worry more about that. So yeah, maintain a positive attitude, which is also very important, to maintain. So it's really important to maintain that positive attitude, that how you are portraying yourself, and how positive you are staying, and what kind of self-awareness you have. So that is really, really very important. Yeah. Next point is body language and mannerism. Now this is one of my favorite point, that body language, because your body speaks a lot for sure. For example, right now I'm sitting in front of you all. You all can see me. I can not see you all, but yeah, I can sense your presence with me. So whenever you are talking to anyone, whenever you are presenting yourself in front of the crowd, you need to see your body posture. Your shoulders has to be straight. You need to look right in front of the eye of that person, that I'm not scared. Repeat this in your mind. I'm not scared. Whatever kind of question you will shoot on me, I will, if I'll not be in a state to answer, I will definitely, take that just give me a second. I went on to, yeah. We are again back on the same slide. Yeah. So I will definitely take this into the account that how I am going to present myself in front of the public, in front of the crowd. So that body language, for example, some people are like this and they are sitting like that, they are keeping their hands in the pocket and they are this and this. And no, you are not, you did not come here for jogging and for that all purpose. We are communicating. You need to understand that for a communication, your body language matters a lot, that how you're presenting yourself, it matters a lot. So that mannerism, it also shows your mannerism. Definitely it does show that what kind of person you are and how you are presenting yourself. So all these things is really very important, that that body language is really very important. And I think that body language will definitely lead you towards the better presentation of your own self, that yeah, this is how I am presenting myself. So that is really very important. Next is be approachable. Now, what do you understand by being approachable? Approachable as in you need not to carry that much of attitude that people cannot come and talk to me. You are a human being only. You're not even a prime minister. If I talk about that also, or him or her also, that person is also a public servant. They are there for the public. Even if that person is not carrying that much of attitude, you are supposed to carry that wherever we reach, need to understand that what is your ground, and you need to stay grounded. I think that humbleness is very important, because if you the gentle smile, that in this smile, rather just a gentle smile, you need to with that gentle smile, I would say that you all can connect, and you all can also be really very approachable towards the person and towards the people. So that is very important. Be approachable is very, very, very important. Next is to maintain the eye contact. Now what is eye contact? Eye contact is the what I'm making to you all, that is called as the eye contact. So eye contact is see I too run a YouTube channel, and that YouTube channel also talks about confidence and the body language. Be approachable, because I have seen in today's Gen Z generation where people are not able to communicate. They have the fear, they have a bit of fear that no, I'm not able to connect with other people. I have fear, I do not know how to be approachable, and I do not have that body language. So for all these things, even I do talk about with the help of my channel, where I come up with such content that which can be really helpful for your personal development and professional development too. So these kind, there are multiple channels even on YouTube, where if you will find the web resources, you can see that uh, why the people are coming with their own channels these days, because they know that what is the need of that kind of videos, of that kind of communication, where we are able to communicate with everyone. So that is really very important. So with this we have come down to the last point, that is listen, do not just talk. For example, right now I am speaking, and you know I would say you need to understand that the importance of listening as well. Do not just keep on talking and talking and talking. Listening is really very important. It is also an art where you listen, where you actively listen, that yes, this is a talk which is going on and I am listening to that talk. So that is really very, very important. And I would say the more actively you will listen, the more understanding you will be able to have after the end of the session. Even this session, I will say that the more approachable, the more you will be able to listen, it will lead you towards the betterment and towards the goodness, for sure and sure, for sure. So yeah, so these are the 13 points. Again, I am making it very clear, all the 13 points. One is communicate clearly. The second one is use the specific language. Third one is provoke the questioning. Fourth one is use emotional intelligence. Fifth one is respond to conflict. Sixth one is show some assertiveness. Seventh one is show empathy. Eighth one is practice self-awareness. Ninth one is maintain a positive attitude. 10th one is body language and mannerisms. 11th one is be approachable. 12th is maintain the eye contact. And the last but not the least is listen, do not just talk. Keep yourself as an active listener. The more active you will be, the more you will be in a state, to the more you will be in a state to understand the situation which is coming into the picture, and the more you will be in a state to relate with the people. So these are the 13 ways to communication. So we have covered 13 ways of communication. We have also covered the 7 C's of communication. Hope these two very important things. One is 7 C's of communication, and the another one is 13 ways to communicate. I hope all these will be really helpful in understanding the actual dynamics of communication. Yeah. And I'm also taking your questions in between. I'm also seeing that you all are writing very beautiful and thoughtful comments, and it is giving me a lot of joy that you all are enjoying my session. And I'm so thankful for that you all are happily listening, and fortunately you all are listening. That's a blessing for a professor, that you all are listening. So there is one learner who has asked, where can I watch the recording of this session? You will definitely be able to see the recording. Right now it is going live on YouTube, if I'm not wrong. There also you can see. Else apart from that, you can also you will also get the recording in your portal, and if not, then also please write it to the student support and they will definitely help you with this. Yeah. Next, let's jump on to the next slide. So we have come down to the conclusion. I couldn't even understand that since 40 minutes, not 40, 50 minutes, I have been continuously speaking, but I'm enjoying, I'm enjoying because you all are enjoying. So I think that's a beauty where we all connect, and that is why we are enjoying each other's presence here. So thank you so much everyone for coming, for joining this session. And now the house is open for the questions. If you have any questions, you can ask to me. So there is one learner who has raised the hand. The name of that learner is Somyan Charles. Somyan, if I am correctly pronouncing your name, if you want to write anything, you can write it in the chat box. I will take your queries for sure. So if you want to write anything, if you want to write any feedback for the class, you can obviously write for that. I'm also looking at your beautiful comments and the compliments which you are writing for me. Thank you so much for all the appreciation which you all are giving it to me. And to conclude, I just would like to say that after this session, hope you all stay very confident, or hope you all get a lot of confidence when you talk to everyone, when you talk to your people and your circle. Hope you do not allow anyone to judge you, and even if they are judging you, do not feel scared of that judgment. I hope you all adhere to all the things which I've already said, and I'm so happy that you all are liking my talk, and you all are writing so many beautiful, thoughts for me, and compliments, and comments for me. I'm so thankful for that. Yeah, someone has written, you are the best lecturer so far. You explain everything fine. It's understandable too. Thank you so much. One has written, you have done well. Thank you for the presentation. Thank you so much for coming and joining. And thank you for enjoying my teaching. Yes, I will continue with teaching. Thank you so much for liking all my examples and illustrations. And thank you, Nafians, that you are liking my communication skills. So thank you so much. Yes, I'm a communicator for sure, because I love to teach and I love to deliver the talk. So yeah. And I'm happy that you all are patiently listening to me. I'm so happy for that. And yeah. Thank you so much for coming here, for sparing time for this talk, for this webinar. Hope you all must have received information. One has written, can you show the slide with 7 C's one more time before you go? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Let me take you to the 7 C's. So these are the 7 C's of communication. One is clear, concise, concrete, correct, consider the speaker, complete, and courteous. You need to be courteous. You need to be humble when you are approaching people. So these are the 7 C's. And if the students also wants to have a look at all the 13 ways to communicate, you all can see that these are the 13 ways to communicate. One is communicate clearly. The second one is use a specific language, provoke the questioning, use the emotional intelligence, respond to conflict, show some assertiveness, show some empathy, practice self-awareness, maintain a positive attitude, body language, mannerisms, be approachable, maintain the eye contact, listen, do not just talk. So these things are very important. And with this, I will now, I think now it's time for me to go and say bye-bye. And you can see my designation here. I'm Dr. Akshita, Assistant Professor, English Language and Literature, Amity University Online. I thank you all with the bottom of my heart for coming and joining this session. And thank you so much. And I'm so happy that you all are liking my lectures. And if you all have missed some points, and if you have if you want to go back to those points, let me take you once again to the slides. There are only 5 slides. Just give me a second. Yeah. So we have started with this. This was the slide number 1, emerging skills for confident communication. Slide number 2 was also the same, just one picture I added there. Now another slide was what is confidence. That this slide talks about the confidence. So I a bit of talked about confidence as well. That what is confidence? How can you believe in yourself? What is the differentiation of I can, I cannot, and I know you all can and you all will do. Next is 7 C's of communication. Apart from that, we have 13 ways to communicate. Next, we have conclusion, and we have come down to our next slide. And if you have any questions, please ask me. And yeah, I will help you all with all your questions, what you are writing. I hope you will get the answers of all the questions. So yeah, keep writing. I am observing your chats. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. You all are too best. And I'm so happy that you all are, thank you so much that you all are liking my demonstration. Yes, I love to have a proper eye contact. And I really love when a person can observe that eye contact, because I do not believe in, just giving that monotonous lecturing where, so I'm reading everything what you all are writing, and I'm so grateful for that. You all are too best. Thank you so much for coming and joining this session. And Thank you, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll take you. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm here to help you all. So if you have any other questions, you can ask me. The session is open for the questions only. Christina has said that, can you show back the 13 slides before the conclusion? Yeah, these are the 13 ways. So this is the 13 way. If you want to take the screenshot, if you like to take that, you can take that. So this is where the all the slides come. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And again, I will end the session now. And if you have any other queries, if you would like to connect with me, you can also connect with me on my own channel, and for which I'm writing it here. You can all connect, because this channel will also talk about how to confidently speak, and how to say how to communicate. So this is the name of the channel where you all can connect with me, and I will see to you all there as well. So where there we can all stay connected, and there we all will talk more about the communication. So with this, now let me stop sharing the screen, and yeah. Thank you so much everyone, thank you so much, and we'll meet soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Good night. Bye bye. Good night. Good night everyone. Good night. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Enjoy your day. Good night. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Enjoy your day. Hope you all have a lot of hope you all comes into the picture, and hope you all find your own strength, where you all can speak confidently, and where you do not feel any hesitation in connecting with the people. So thank you so much everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's morning in Guyana, I know. Good morning, good morning. And I'm saying good night because it's night in India. So thank you so much, everyone, for connecting and staying in connect with me. Thank you. And with this, I will leave you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ma'am, can I end the session?
Yeah, sure, sir.